Hello, 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 hello. I'm sure there's probably a lot of people going live right now. Um, but I thought it's a good time to jump on and talk about the obvious. We'll give a few minutes, see who pops in here. Um, yeah, it's a doozy, all right. But I'm really not surprised at all. Not at all. Oh, let's see what we get going here. Oh, it was a nice day out though today. Uh, Nice for working outside. I'll put it that way. Got quite a bit done. Hey, Bubble Bibble. Also got Sandy in here, and oh yeah, everybody's gonna be upset, but you got to look at it on the bright side. Um, the bright side, depending how things play out from there. Hey, Virginia Bushcrafter. Hey, how's it going? Lady D, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, it the the fact that the justice system is being used to control the outcome of November, which I think it's actually going to backfire on them, depending how things play out with um, the bell and all that stuff. Oh yeah, it's like you might as well say Cuba invaded us and took over. Uh, back in the day, Cuba, where they control everything. Yeah, it, it's been a busy day. Yep. Uh, well, you look at Junior, Biden Junior, or Junior, or whatever you want to call him. Look at it that way. Look at the stuff that he just flaunts, doing like there's no tomorrow, and slap on the wrist. Go about your business. But I said from the get go, he he's not going to win that case. He's going to be found guilty. Um, Now, the only thing I can think of is would he get a fair trial um, when he appeals? I don't think so. So I bet I bet after this week, Trump's numbers climb really high because everybody knows. You have to know that it's a shim sham. It don't make no sense. And a lot of the the headlines and stuff. He's a political prisoner, and you would not you if you go back 20, 30 years and you said that something like this would happen, you would call the guy that told you the news, you're nuts. None of that kind of stuff is going to happen. This is the United States. That stuff doesn't happen here. But like I said, I really wasn't surprised at all. I was just uh, I really thought the verdict was going to be the same day. I didn't I didn't think it was going to take 2 days or how many hours it took. Um, I was really surprised that it took as long as it did. It's crazy. Um, yeah, um, that's kind of what I'm worried about. Uh, the reaction of people. Uh, trying to figure a way to say this. Um, I know there are going to be a lot of call to, if you know what that means, what this is. And yeah, that there could be a lot of people going to the streets and stuff, if you know what I mean. If that's the case, then there's going to be a lot of um, bad elements in it. Um, Making it look like, MAGA supporters are evil. So that's something to consider when everybody says let's go out and do this over here and um, protest. Protesting's fine, like I said, um, but when it turns to violence, and I'm not saying MAGA supporters would turn to violence. It's the bad element that sneaks into it and ignites stuff. Because we seen it during the George guy thing. Of course, there were a lot of bad elements already in that, um, but the 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 so-called peaceful ones, um, the so-called peaceful ones, uh, turn violent because of the bad element within it. Oh yeah, there's no appeal. I mean there's an appeal. He has 30 days to appeal. And the sentencing is not till July 11th, I do believe. But the one thing that we have to watch out for is, will there be bail? I haven't heard. I've heard no bail, so I don't know. Um, Believe it or not, I don't think he'll still get a fair trial with an appeal. The only way for him to get out of this is for him to win the election and pardon himself. I mean, that's the only way I see it, because you've seen the first one, uh, the first trial, and like I said, I'm not, I wasn't surprised at all. I was more surprised it took the jury so long to say he was guilty. So Yeah. Um, that's 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 a couple things that's concerning me is the bail and what people are going to do, as in go out and do stuff, because there's a lot of pissed off people right now. um, to me, like I said before, I I just wasn't surprised. I already knew he was going to be found guilty. Whatever court he went to, and especially where he went to court, you got to know where he's at court. He couldn't get a fair trial. There's no way. Um, and that's how I looked at it. Is he's not going to get a fair trial. Now, if he goes and gets an appeal, um, which we all know he's going to appeal it, um, I think, depending on the lawyers and the judge system and whatnot, he can request a new venue, which means a new area to have the trial. Uh, uh, I can. Let me find it real quick. ED. I have too many channels. I need to cut down some of my channels. There you go. Oh, but yeah, that's like I said. I think um, that's the main thing. Is now if he goes to appeal it and it's in the same, the same city, state, all that stuff, he's going to lose the appeal, because it's the same situation. It's not, same. He can call for a different judge and all that stuff, and it all has to go through all the lines and everything, and it's who's pulling the strings, you know. Um, like I said, that would be my thing. Is the only way this turns out is he gets out for his appeal. He wins the election. He comes back and pardons himself. I don't know the legal bits about it. If somebody's, on trial, can they win an election? I don't know. That's I'm sure that's going to be some of the stuff that's going to come up, seeing if it's actual legal for somebody that's convicted and waiting on an appeal. Um, because there are tons of grounds for appeal to appeal this. Um, and that's the thing. Is he going to be out of jail or out on bail? Yeah, he going to be speaking out a lot now. Uh, now that he's out. Well, see, I don't know the law on it. I don't know if any other president has been convicted of of something and waiting sentencing and all that. Can they be sworn in and all that? I don't know. That's something for fancy lawyers to figure out. I don't know. But the next couple weeks are going to be pretty hectic, I believe, because there's going to be the people out there that is going to be very, very pissed off. Which everyone has the right to be, not so much of just who it is and whatnot. It's that the government or somebody in government power is doing this. It's like, Cuba, Castro times, when nobody ran, or if they did run, uh, they were arrested and stuff like that. That's pretty much where we're at right now. When a sitting president commands our justice system to go after his opponent. Who would have thought this? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's something like it should be in the movies, of a foreign land somewhere where evil is trying to overcome everything, and you would think, oh no, this is a far-fetched story and everything, but wow, it's nuts. And right now I go to the Gateway Pundit, and that's all it is right there. Okay. And actually Biden has released something, evidently. Uh Statement full of lies and smears about dictator being convicted. Then he asked for donations. Sounds like about right. Well, yeah, it could be. We thought it was going to be Biden, or somebody in his circle. Um, Never thought it would be Trump, though. And the thing is, he was convicted of all of them. Uh, not just a few of them or half of them. All 34 counts. 34 counts. Uh, but yeah, the next few days is, we'll have to see how things turn out. Like I said, one of the things that I hope we don't see is people going to the streets, because if they do, there's going to be that bad element. Um, those sneaky people with the black hoods and stuff that go out and mingle with the crowd and make it seem like the peaceful people are the ones that starting the trouble. We seen them in uh, J6 thing, uh, and we seen them in the George things. Hey, what life?
Good to see you, Bushcraft.
Hey, Yeah, I seen that email you sent me. I seen that the other day, and I was like, wow.
Yeah. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, I seen it a couple days ago, and then I tried to go back and find the article and couldn't find it. And I refound it. I'm probably like you. I stay up late at night looking up all type of weird stuff.
yeah,
But now I seen today a couple other channels were talking about it. Hmm.
yeah. Um, I'll have you check the boards and see if anything updated on their 101. I'm sure you probably get a notice when something changes.
Oh, he's grandfathered for life with updates.
uh, I haven't been on the boards for a long time,
So,
so I don't,
so what did they find him guilty of?
everything.
Oh, really?
Yep, all 34 counts. Uh, you name it, he got charged for it. It has been 1 year. No, nothing new.
Hmm. How many different charges was it?
34.
Hmm.
I do believe they're all felonies too, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and like I said earlier, I would never even think I would say this in this country about somebody in this country. He's a he is a political prisoner. This is something that you would think would happen, in South America somewhere, or how Cuba used to be and whatnot. But wow, uh, yes. See, that's I don't know. I don't know the question of that. If he's un, if he's under appeal, waiting for his pill trial, I think he can still run. But that's the thing. I don't know if he can be elected. I don't know if there's a something that president can't be elected if he's has been convicted of a felony. I don't know, and I wouldn't trust typing it into Google, because there's so many loopholes and things that I'd never know any of that. That's something for them lawyers to be $1,000 an hour lawyer to sit around in books and read all day.
Well, it did happen in 1920. So I'm pretty sure you know the story. I mentioned it before. Eugene Debs.
Yeah.
Uh, he was uh, he was locked up in Atlanta in an Atlanta prison, and he ran for presidency. It was on 1920 ticket, and at that time he got close to 1 million votes. That's a lot back then.
Oh yeah.
Especially, he had so much suppressed and he wasn't able to campaign. It was just word of mouth at that point.
Yeah. And isn't I think it's July 11th. Isn't there some big campaigning thing going on at that time, or convention or something? Republican convention, I do believe, something like that.
I think so because I saw something about the debate. They're having a debate, and that's what, June the
Oh,
27th. So that'll be
okay.
right after that. So I imagine, yeah, some type of campaign push.
Oh, he can run, he just can't vote. Okay. Yeah. Well,
Huh.
you know that Biden's side, he's going to have every scholar and Yahoo looking into the books and seeing a loophole or something that he can try to uh, gimmick. But for me, like I said earlier, I think this helps, and it sounds weird, but I think this helps Trump more than it helps Biden, because people are going to be going crazy. I'll try not to say bad words. They're going to be going crazy because this is ridiculous. It it's there's nothing more to say than it's all rigged, and it's I don't see how nobody doesn't see this as being Biden is controlling the justice system to win the election. But I think it's going to backfire on him. I really do. I think Trump's numbers are going to go through the roof now. Dennis Quaid just had an interview and
Saw that.
was asking, the guy asked, who are you going to vote for? Oh, Trump. And he even said he's a butthole and everything, but the fact is that when our justice system is being corrupted to take over an election and do other things that are not constitutional, we have to do something about it. And Trump's the one who will do it. And I can just imagine when Trump is in office, we're going to waste a lot of money again, because all the Democrats are not going to do anything for the whole 4 years except try to get rid of Trump. I mean, look at all the money when Trump was president. Look at all the money that was wasted on trying to get him out of office.
Oh shit.
Look at all that money. We could have had all kinds of stuff going on.
Hundreds of millions of dollars easily.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, inevitably, it comes from the taxpayers.
Yeah, you're right, Jerry. Um, like I said, if you would have went back 20 years ago and I told you that a president was going to control our justice system uh, to control the next election, you would have said I was a crazy nut job. That'll never happen in America.
20 years ago, let's see, I'd have been 15 years old. I definitely knew something was up then, but I definitely, you don't know everything and all
Oh
the
yeah.
inner workings that young. Heck, we still don't understand it. And with what we know now,
Oh yeah. Back then, everybody knew the undertable jobs and the slipping of money to get contracts for this, or hey, you vote here, you get this new house over in uh, wherever, a fancy place.
preferably the Swiss region.
Yeah.
No, kind of off topic, but it made me think about it again because you was talking about politics. Have you seen the new movie they got coming out called The Firing Squad?
No.
It's got Kevin Sorbo, um, Cuba Gooden Jr. I think it's based on a true. It comes out in August, but I think it's based on a true story about these three Christians who were captured overseas and basically, put through the political ringer and locked up, and were ultimately facing the firing squad because of their beliefs.
Hmm. Sounds familiar. Um, and I did a video on Bushcrafty channel, and after I got done with it and I did a little bit more searching, there's an actual map up that shows where people are supporting,
Really?
as in Palestine or Israel. And it looks horrible because the majority of the world is on Palestine's side. And I'm like, how? I don't see why. I mean, it's just like what happened when Japan came over and attacked us and attacked Pearl Harbor. What did we do? We went to the fight. And we did some really bad stuff. We dropped bombs that annihilated a lot of people, and they all weren't soldiers. Um, and I'm glad we didn't use any more than we did. But it's the same thing. They come over and attack. They came over and attacked Israel. So Israel goes and attacks them back. That's what happens when it happens all over. They, but I'm sure there's going to be I mean, the news is going to be going crazy over this.
Even got
Right now, you go to the news sites and this is all you see, and it's not one story that's saying um, he's found guilty or anything like that. It's multiple stories. So we're going to be hearing about it for at least till election time. And I hope people actually follow this and investigate it and say, wow, this ain't right. And how can we fix it? Well, you vote for Trump. Because could you I don't even want to think about it. Another 4 years of potato head? We wouldn't make it. Uh, I'm I'd be surprised we made it until um, the next one gets sworn in.
doesn't even seem like it's been 4 years. Hmm.
Scary to think of another 4 years. And he lied. He's so bad. You remember Nixon? It,
I am not a
he had
crook.
to, well, there was a little bit more to it, but for some of his lies and stuff that he would say, he would get caught, and that, well, he's gone.
Yeah,
You got to resign.
it's like I seen the snippet of the. I don't know when it took place, but his wife Jill went on the View. I don't know if you probably seen that clip, but she went on the View and she was talking about it, and she said, "Yeah, you would never see my husband bumble or fumble. He's an excellent speaker and communicator. That's why the people love him." I mean, not in the exact words, but that's pretty much what she was saying.
Yeah,
And I'm thinking, man, that is insane.
yeah, and the Caitlyn issue, because I've been following that quite a bit because it's not right for one thing, but uh, there
But
she has increased the ratings of WNBA
oh yeah,
by double at least, and she is getting hate for that by, the women who are playing, and it makes no sense. You guys are going to get money for this. You're
Exactly.
actually going to get paid more. Who was that the weird one that got arrested in
Griner.
Russia? Yeah, Griner. Uh, that's why she went over there to play, to make money over there, because they get paid more over there than in America,
Yeah.
because WNBA is like very cheap. They don't have the money, so they went over there. Now Caitlyn comes over here and starts boosting the ratings. They're making all kinds of money, and oh no, we don't want, because she's white and pretty, and that's what people are wanting to watch. What time? Let's see. There is 4:55. Four, yeah, 4:55 looks like it's the earliest one. 4:31 is when he's talking about it being rigged. Um, yeah, I think that's the earliest one. 4:30.
Mm.
I'm plugging numbers.
It's crazy to bring that much more publicity, hype, and awareness to a sport, and then your own colleagues that benefit from that are hating on you for it.
Yeah, and I don't think. I mean, I don't know. Well, I seen. I forget. There are two guys, and they make fun of people when doing the interviews and stuff. Um, they had statistics and everything about the numbers and whatnot, and um, I think they said it was like 89% a black sport, which you would think it was normal, because it's just the way it is. And then they broke it down to another, um, out of those, out of all the women who play, there is three-fourths, or no, a quarter of them are openly LGBTQBW, whatever it is. Um, and
Insane.
that's the issue right there. Caitlyn is, a normal. I don't want to put it normal, but you know what I mean. uh, a basketball player, and they think that it's taken away from their spotlight. The
And
the LGBTWXYZ thing.
not that I agree with it or it justifies it, but when you explain the reasoning behind it, yeah, that kind of makes sense why they're having that
Mhm.
much pushback, because it's, I guess, like you said, still in their spotlight or their pedestal soapbox.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just not the LGB thing. It's the color thing. All the white girl comes in, and all of a sudden everybody wants to watch basketball now, and it really doesn't matter what color she is. It's the way she plays. For me, I mean, she doesn't go and talk crap and do uh fly her all over the place, like when somebody taps them or
Flopper.
something like that. Yeah. uh she's a genuine good player.
I just looked up the numbers. They said the first week of NBA season this year, televised viewership went up 226% since last year.
Wow. That's a lot. Okay.
They said ticket sales went up 14% from the previous year.
Okay. Term Trump was it July. Now we're still trying to find out about the bail. Once Trump appeals, is he going to be able to be on bail? That's going to be a big issue right there.
Is he locked up currently or is he free?
I believe he's free right at this moment.
Okay.
Because he hasn't been sentenced yet.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna play out. But that's what I'm looking for right now. Is
and even if it did make it to the sentencing part, he might not necessarily be locked up that day. You know, some people they give you so many days to turn yourself in, or when you gotta
yeah,
uh, whatever they call it.
Republican from Louisiana uh, slammed his fist down or something like that today. Today is a shameful day in American history, he said in a statement. The American people will rightfully see this as lawfare, and they know it's dangerous. President Trump has never stopped fighting for American people, even as he's faced the wrath of weaponized justice system and a political witch hunt, sham trial. And if people don't see that, I mean, they just got blinders on, or they got something in the game. And there's a lot of people talking out about this right now. And Biden Harris Twitter page posting this, and he is burying himself. Isn't anybody telling him that you gloat about this and it's going to cost you the election? Oh man, he put a page up there, a statement saying that Trump has been convicted. There's still only one way to keep Donald Trump out of the Oval Office. It's at the ballot box. Well, according to you, you don't want us to use the ballot box. You want us to mail it back in. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, and I'm going through Twitter right now looking, and it is all over the place. Stand up with Trump is a thing that's going on. Braveheart dude. What's his name? Oh, he put on there. He's standing up for Trump. Yeah, there. Oh, yeah. There's another one. Oh, even a uh, Bitcoin is standing up with Trump.
Huh.
um, Yep, and there's a good meme right there. I'll go ahead and put that on there. And this is where I'm looking at it right here. Um, let me put it on the screen. Right there. He was convicted. And this is what people will be doing. If they were on the fence, like I don't know who to vote for, Biden or Trump. After this, they're going to say, I'm voting for Trump harder than ever now." Yep. See, that's the thing going right now. Stand with Trump. Oh man, there's a lot of people. I don't know who this guy is, but he's an actor.
The Honorable Judge Kangaroo now presiding.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
What a shit show.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. There's going to be some fluctuation going on.
Yeah.
Once Trump, you know, talked about crypto started rising quite a bit. I know a lot of people in the crypto community, and they were backing Trump big time because, with everything that's going on, we had crypto had a hard 4 years with potato in running things. I don't know if the gag order stays on, but Trump's already talking. I don't think there's a gag order anymore because he came out and said, this is a sham. It's a witch hunt.
Yeah, he was saying that yesterday before the verdict.
Yeah. Well, see, that's where I was. I was like, he's going to be found guilty. There's no way around it. It's just too rigged.
I'd be.
Some of the stuff, if you followed it, I stopped following it because it was like there's no use. He's going to be guilty.
Yeah. Well, see, they needed to get it done real quick.
Yeah, I mean, there's a timeline and that's what I thought. I thought, they were going to go out for like a lunch, the jury, and come back in and say he was guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I was really surprised it took 2 days.
It's optics.
The optics are high.
Yep, they want you to think that they were,
and there was nothing there.
Concerned jurists and all that. It needs to go to the appellate court, and if he gets jacked there, then he goes to Supreme Court.
Well, see, that's what I was talking about. It all depends who's behind, the finger that's telling him what to do. If he appeals, he should be able to get a new venue, meaning go somewhere else.
It's still got to be held in New York.
That's where it still has to be.
Yep.
Oh, he's not winning it. Then he has to win the election and then pardon himself. Then, because that's the only way I see around it.
Even if everything appears as it appears to be, a person of that statute, you can't really have a fair trial when it comes to that. You're too well known. There's nobody, it's pretty much somebody on every continent that knows who he is.
Yeah, if you was working on an oil well in the middle of the ocean and didn't have internet or anything, you, and you have jury duty. You you already know who he is, and you already form your opinion.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
like I said, when they were picking picking the jury, um, who'd you vote for? I voted for Trump. Excused.
Get him out of here.
Yeah,
You can only have so many challenges for
yeah,
juries, and
yeah,
the judge can make a ruling whether someone gets seated or someone gets the boot. So
yeah.
that he put a pro DS jury together.
Well, oh yeah, that they already know. There was a TV show called, I think it was just called Bull. Um, and he uses psychology and reading their face features and stuff, and they do background checks on their whole life. Um, and they would have psychiatrists and figuring all this stuff out to where it was a science on picking picking the jury.
I
And they
think I've
would
seen
ask a
that show.
question, and if they asked it wrong, then you're gone.
Yeah. They already know, the type of stuff to look for in people to know to get a jury kind of what they want, I would imagine.
Yeah, and
I'm
people,
surprised they allowed two attorneys to be seated. That's like unheard of.
yeah, and people think that there's 12 jurors. So defense picks 12, and prosecutor picks 12, or I mean 6.
Yeah.
Um, it doesn't really go that way because the one that you're left with sometimes is actually for the other side,
Yeah.
and that's the science behind it. And if you have a judge calling the shots, and you have somebody in the justice system, you're not going to win.
No. Plus, the charges were just made up past the statute of limitations. It's
Oh
nothing surprises me what's going on here. It doesn't.
no, that's what I said. I knew it was, he's going to be found guilty. It's just,
Unanimously too.
what was the point of all this charades of having him go to court and everything? He was already going to go be found guilty.
Yeah, optics.
Yeah, if the lawyers couldn't get him out of being charged or the going to court, if he went to court, he was going to be found guilty.
It's the world we live in. I say, Bushcrafty, we pulled records and found your report card from 4th grade, and right here it says that in September you pulled little Tammy's ponytails. Well, my friend, that's assault, and I'm going to have to take you downtown.
Meow.
Man, I don't know.
So he's
Yeah.
supposed to speak at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
yeah. There's going to be a lot of. He's going to be fired up.
Yeah.
And every word that he is going to say is going to be directed toward if people go out and do stuff. I'm not saying they will or they won't or anything like that. If they go out and do stuff, it's going to go back on him, because they'll flip it around saying, "Oh, he told everybody to go do this."
Well,
We
not
we
only
heard
that, but
we seen it in J6.
the people that might do stuff might not even be Trump supporters. They might
Well,
be
that's what I was getting at earlier. You know, the
right.
guys that got the black things on and the little black backpacks, and
Right.
they
Oh,
they go in and they hold their signs up, and
Yeah.
then they start throwing stuff and getting it, breaking a window
You mean
here.
the
And
ones
then,
with the handkerchiefs over their faces so they can't be?
yeah,
Yeah, I call those cowards. That's what they
yeah.
are.
it's weird. These people hadn't seen daylight in about 3 months, and then they come out the house and decide to do something like that.
Yeah, and I'll agree with what Bigfoot was saying earlier. It's when everybody is dissing God. This is what happens. He didn't say it like that, but I ad libbed. I mean, if you see the people who think that, you know, Trump's the bad guy and this and that, oh, if Trump wins, I'm leaving the country. Um, those are the ones that uh, do Satan signs, and they dress up like demons and drink blood and all that kind of stuff, and wear upside down crosses. Would you want to be on that side? Huh.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
But I mean, at this point, do we expect anything less? You know?
yeah, and when you know when Trump ends his thing, he says, God bless you, and God bless America." They hate that. They hate when he says that at the end of his speeches and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They've said it before. They had somebody on the View thing that was talking about that. Oh, he shouldn't be saying that. You know, that's not right and everything. I'm like, oh,
You can't take what those idiots say on the View. You can't take anything serious there.
oh, no, it was one of their guests, but they're just as bad as
Yeah.
some of them. The Chosen, you know, the guy that plays Jesus on The Chosen, did an interview with him, and they kept trying to trip him up and go a certain way. And he said,
Yeah.
"No, Jesus didn't do that." uh, and they were all stuttering and like,
Yeah, that's one interesting show. I never met anyone that said they love watching The View. Never have I ever that.
Oh,
But it is an interesting show.
Jeff's favorite person on there is Whoopi.
Yeah, he is a big Whoopi fan.
I remember when Barbara Wawa, she started that show. That was real bad back then. Oh my God. Oh.
Man, let me see. When did that first come out?
I can honestly say I don't think I've seen clips, because you know they play the clips all the time, and it's like, what?
Wow, August the 11th, 1997.
Oh, there's Jeff.
Is that when it started? What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because she suspended Whoopi for a couple of weeks for some stupid thing that came out of her rotten mouth.
Jeff
Yeah.
said, I think he did say he really likes the new hairdo. Whoopi has too.
Yeah, he was complimenting that. I
Yeah.
believe some would say. That's crazy.
Maybe Jeff ought to open up a braiding salon or something. Just kidding, Jeff.
Man. Show has been on almost 30 years. Man, that's
Has
crazy.
it really?
Oh,
I
TN
don't. I
Twister,
still
she's the
haven't
worst.
watched a
Joy
full
Behar.
episode
Oh,
of
I
it.
can't stand that woman. Ugh.
Man, she hadn't aged since '05.
Yeah,
It's
there you go.
those injections.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
I
They're
don't
gonna
have
be
my phone with me, Jeff. And so it's out there somewhere.
don't call me, my minutes ain't free till after 9.
I can remember having a plan like that.
Yeah.
You keep your phone off until after they're free, and then you turn.
My first phone, I finally got a phone when I was like in, I don't know, 11th or 12th grade, 06, 07. I'm thinking it's 9 o'clock. I gotta wait till 9 o'clock. Heck, 9 o'clock hits. I'm ready to go to bed at that point. I'm like, I don't even talk to nobody now.
Or you'd get that prompt or warning, says you need to top up because you're out of minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that Bible app that you sent me. That one's cool because it actually sends me a verse of the day and everything. And sometimes that verse, I'm like, "Ooh, that's cool." You know, sometimes it's just a random verse that pops up, and it's like it was meant for me that day. And I'm weird whenever I'm doing something, I actually have to have 2 or 3 things going on at the same time because I have a hard time focusing on one thing.
You're a
I actually
multitasker.
I have to do multiple things at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I have a TV up here and I can listen to the TV and follow what it's doing and listen to somebody on YouTube and do research and edit something or read the Bible or I listen to the Bible at the same time and I can understand all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to guidance counselor told me after they accused me of cheating on my IQ tests. Said that that's an element of somebody with high IQs is they have to have all that going on because
So,
they find it hard to focus on that one thing.
did they explain to you how someone is able to cheat on an IQ test?
No, they never did. Well, the thing is, I got 165 and they said I cheated because I didn't do really good in school because they want me to, figure it all out and take 10 hours to come up with an answer when I usually just did it in my head.
Yeah.
And then they made me retake it with 2 people standing beside me watching me take this IQ test that there's probably a way to cheat, but I don't know what it would have been.
I've never heard of it.
And then I got a 169 on the second one, which really ticked them off because they had 3 people that they thought were, genius level people, and they were in the 120s. which is still good. That's a good number and everything.
It's funny you say that. I just seen an article. I don't know how recent it was about the. I think it's a guy from South Korea that's supposedly just recorded the highest IQ. Did you see that? Was it like 240,
Wow.
245?
Yeah, that's crazy.
If he could speak English, I'd like to talk to him. You know what I mean? We
Yeah,
could talk about something. Like,
yeah. I like there's when the geniuses, the really higher ones, they get into the mathematical part of it and stuff, and they go way out there and come up with some of the craziest stuff.
that's the way this guy is. That's he said that's his thing. Mathematics
Math,
and science.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that? Terrence something.
Who?
He was just on what's his name show podcast thing.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Is this
he's
guy an
talking
actor?
about there's no straight lines and all kinds of stuff.
I was going to say that's lady said it. Terrence Howard, the actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a genius.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that one, but they say it's highly reviewed. Yeah, it's a good view.
Yeah. This has been a while. This is when he was only cast for, the gangster thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he did an interview, and they had some really smart people on there. He just blew them away. And yeah, when they get into the mathematical parts of that stuff, and they were talking about the shapes of the universe and stuff like that.
oh
it,
yeah, he's deep.
it's not normal. And he talks about the our solar system is expanded. It's all the time expanded. And one day Venus will be where Earth is, and they'll be in that sweet spot.
I'll be right back.
Now I do have the understanding that
Yeah,
I mean, of
that
course,
quantum physics.
you could use mathematics to a degree, yeah, and it's all an equation. You could figure that out, but
Mhm.
what's the basis? What's the starting point?
Yeah,
Or how good is your answer? What's the plus or minus? There's always got to be a plus or minus.
yeah. That's a good thing to keep an eye on. There, B is the around Trump, um, because you seen the support he was getting in New York City for when he was going to court and stuff. People were wrapped around the buildings and everything.
That's his town, right? That's his city.
Yeah. Oh, who's that other actor? Oh, I can't remember his name. Let me look it up real quick. I can see it.
Yeah, I don't think you could find a person in New York City that didn't know who Trump was. You'd be hard pressed.
He was in the news, and he got into it with a Trump supporter. I mean, I like him as an actor, but I don't like his political
Who,
views.
who's that?
I can't remember his name.
Oh,
Raging
De
Bull Guy.
Niro. De Niro.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
It's wild.
yeah,
It's wild. Yeah, I'm the same way. I've enjoyed his movies, but I don't know what he believes in, honestly.
yeah. And that's the thing that really surprises me. And he brings up about Trump being you know, crooked and this and that, and I'm like, you mean Biden, right? how do you pick Trump to be the? I'm sure Trump does some fishy stuff. He's a businessman. Every one of them does.
No doubt.
And he admits it though. Like one of the best things debates was when Hillary tried to say, "Oh, you use the tax things," and
Yeah, the
yeah,
tax
I do.
codes.
I use them. Any way I can make that money. And he says that's the problem. It's made for the rich people, you know. And that
She uses the
I
same
did
codes.
I didn't I wasn't for him as much until that point right there, and I was like, oh yeah, he's what the country needs and still needs. We shouldn't even be in the spot where we're at right now if again the election wasn't taken away. I'll put it that way.
They probably got them. You probably could search it, but I like to see uh, a reaction video or something from like people from different parts of the world and just reacting to politics and in other countries. You know,
Yeah,
what's their take on it? You know, like maybe I don't know, somebody from England giving their opinion of our current status, and vice versa.
well, they're always saying, the crazy Americans and stuff.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Yeah. But honest opinions, nothing that's been doctored and filtered through, and they find the people they want to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know, just regular people like us.
that's the hard thing is to find real, genuine reactions and stuff because 90% of the reactions that you see on YouTube and TikTok and all that, they they already watch what
Yeah,
they're supposed to be, and then they act it. Oh
yeah,
yeah, I mean, like um, some of the songs from the Oliver dude, which he's got a new one's coming out too. Even though I can't do them anymore because he signed a record deal.
well, I've been listening to a lot more of his songs here lately.
Yeah, and to me, listening to him for the first time, you get a sense for him better than listening to it and then try to act like it. Ooh, yeah, it's a good song.
There's been people from all walks of life and different aspects I've seen do reaction videos on his songs, and everybody loves it.
Um, I've been waiting for her or him or whatever thing it is.
Oh man,
Um,
Oh boy.
pitch. Hey, what they call it? I forgot the term.
it
That wouldn't even surprise
No,
me.
it's a shim.
Shim.
Shim doesn't know when shim is running.
Well, it's pretty bad when your wife um, has got bigger arms than you.
And also had a exercise show in the AM in the Pacific Northwest every morning for years.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. He did a good job too.
Oh,
Yeah, I think once because even on the Twitter page, Biden is gloating. Oh, look, he's a criminal now, and this and that on his Twitter page or X, whatever you want to call it. It just it's adding more fuel to the fire. It's
Oh, yeah.
more people are going to turn. So many Democrats are switching over. They're staying Democrat, but they're saying I'm voting for Trump.
Well, they better clean up the ballot system and how they're delivered.
Yeah.
Who's watching who, and because it doesn't matter what the polls say. If that kind of crap happens again,
Yeah.
Oh, it's same picture, same game. Remember all the
Yeah.
problems they was having in the early primaries in some places?
mm-hmm.
And this is why I keep bringing up I know everybody's tired of hearing about the bird flu and everything, and I know it's a bunch of hogwash and everything,
But
but
it's relevant of what they want to
it's
push.
it's that the government finger pushing when they start poking around in things. That's where you have to worry about, because when you look it up and they say they have stockpiles of stuff that's not even supposed to be made yet, you get from the CDC that there is no vaccine yet for the bird flu, but there's billions of doses vaccines for the bird flu
Now,
ready to go.
is this a new strain of the avian flu, or
It's still
the same thing?
N5N1, and
Okay.
there's another one that is from that, but
Like a variant.
the
Right.
fact is that pretty much all animals right now have that strain in them.
Mhm.
It doesn't. There's cats carry it, dogs.
Really?
It's in our milk right now, and they're also they've already came up with a vaccine for the cows, so it doesn't transmit into the milk, so they say.
Among
Um,
the other things they're pumping into the cows.
yeah,
I love milk.
and
It makes me
that's
just want to
another
stop drinking
thing
it.
with this is they're wanting to ban raw milk.
Come on, man.
Unpasteurized and stuff,
Oh,
because
it's coming.
some
Shut down the
states
private farmer, right?
some states you still can go and get, you know, you can go to a farmer and buy it, and it's somewhat legal.
It's one of the reasons they was trying to shut down the Amish farmer up there in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's coming. It's happening in real time. Slowly but surely. Got to get me some cows. I don't know how much it would cost to raise cows these days.
yeah, that's what I'm kind of going at. There's going to be something that pops up, and that he's going to need a replacement. And I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about uh, I crap my pants potato head.
I mean, realistically, I don't see it going good for him in any way, shape, or form. Can't think of anything that he could say or no I gotchas or even a coherent
Uh,
sentence without saying pause.
yeah, we got the zombies, and well, they already said that they brought that ferret back
Oh yeah.
that did not die. Ooh.
Uh, what's the going bet? What are we getting first? Aliens or zombies? What y'all think? That's a good poll.
I say aliens.
Or another pandemic,
Mm.
because they got to send them ballots out. Got to
I
mail them
don't think
back
you could have a
into.
zombified alien. That'd just be weird. That's too much.
Or
Yeah.
one of the royals turning into a reptilian on live TV.
Hey,
Well,
might put my,
I don't know. We're a demon. He's already getting his picture painted in a portal to hell.
oh yeah, that's a journey in itself. That whole
Yeah.
thing.
And 101 was supposed to dig into that. I don't know if he ever did or not.
Yeah.
Because somebody said they flipped it upside down and
Flip it.
you can
Yeah.
see faces and stuff, like human heads and stuff.
Yeah, I watched the dissection video just like that, and it's where the guy flipped it, and then he like, I forget what you call it, where it's like puts like a mirror in the middle, so it doubles the image on both sides.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking there's no way that you can have that in there without knowing that you're putting it in there.
Oh,
Um,
really? You can't have raw milk in Canada? I thought there was still some places that did it.
wow.
Yeah.
There we go.
Uh,
I wouldn't mind the Bigfoots.
our Arms Family YouTube channel. They made a joke of a Bigfoot, and he put out another video, said it was a prank and everything, and that video has been played. The joke one had been played by all these Bigfoot people, saying how real it was. It was on news channels all over, saying this Bigfoot here and whatnot. And
Mm,
he put out a video, the next video after it said it was a joke. It was um, his friend or his cousin or something. They jumping in past the fire or something and
it's too
made
late.
it,
The internet got a hold of it.
and they ran with it. And yeah, he said he got so many. Because when somebody uses your video, you get a thing saying, "Hey, somebody's using your video," and then you go see who it is and whatnot. It's gross. I hate buttermilk.
I
I
wonder how
like
much I
cooking
could get for. Yeah,
bacon with it and cooking. I mean, if you're going to fry chicken, you got to soak it in buttermilk.
you got to.
Oh,
Anything else is uncivilized. Huh.
oh, you must buy shares in a cow. Oh, wow.
Huh.
Huh.
That wouldn't be a bad deal, I reckon. You have you some milk and meat.
Uh,
Especially with the prices going up, more people's doing that type of stuff.
oh, there was uh, there was an article out not too long ago, or I mean, this been yesterday or today where I read it. Um, that they can create a vaccine off of the eggshells from an infected uh, chicken.
Hmm.
That's how that's the safe way of doing it, not the mRNA thingy that they're doing.
Oh, that made me think about. Did you see the article in Switzerland? I have to look it up, the terminology of what they're doing, but I think it was basically some type of cells. Inevitably, what it was based on but it was declared the first living computer.
Oh, are you talking about that chip in the head?
No, not that.
Oh.
It's let me see.
Carol Z, the system doesn't suck. The system is corrupt to the core.
Yeah, that's and that you'll get the people who say, "Oh, the Democrats, it's this," and it's the whole system.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, because when you take TikTok thing, and I don't care if it's TikTok or whatever, it doesn't matter to me. The thing is, they were using TikTok as an excuse to add things in there to where they can control what uh, social media does. And that's what the bill was. It had nothing to do with TikTok, because TikTok is gonna go to court and have it overturned. But that bill is still in place because that's how corrupt it is. And when you have um, Democrats and Republicans both coming together to do that,
Mm-hmm.
you know there's evil involved.
Yep.
I put it in the back chat. This ain't the original article I read, but this is the same thing.
Oh yeah, final spark. 16 mini
It
brains
take
made
a
from
little,
human
yeah.
tissue. Yeah, I heard of them a while back too. They were doing something.
It makes me think. I remember Ninja Turtles. Remember the one villain Krang that was like the little brain looking thing inside the robot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I could just
well, I definitely believe that.
see people getting arrested for what they think they might do.
That's what that's Minority Report. Yeah,
Yeah. And
I
it
thought
was
that was the
and that
wildest thing when it came out.
yeah, and found out that it was corrupted.
Yeah.
Mm.
If anything's gonna happen, I say it's gonna be MK Ultra.
Let's see if there's any update here.
Oh, it's a cocktail. It definitely ain't Texas tea.
Oh wow.
Oh,
The shares of Trump media fell as much as 15% after the jury revealed the guilty verdict. And this is according to CNBC.
Mm.
The stock
what
now
fell?
remains down 9% on Thursday evening.
The market's been dropping all week.
Yeah,
Everything. It'll be a
oh yeah. Here, let me check. 1 hour. Mm, it's down a little bit. There's one crypto that's actually going up right now, though.
Hmm.
Well, when his site is back up, I'm going to go donate $20. That's all I could say about that. It doesn't always have to be used for him because he does a lot for other candidates that are
Yeah,
conservative, you know.
yeah.
And if you get 100 million people that donate $10 or $20, that's a nice piece of change.
Oh yeah, it definitely reached the volume.
Silver is at 32.
Huh.
That's one thing I don't follow too much anymore because it seems it's controlled by higher forces. Now I'm
Mm.
not talking about God. I'm talking about uh, the
Oh,
elite people. They
MI6
can
says, I'm sorry, Bush. MI6 says Trump's site is back up. Okay.
is it
That's what he says.
Manhattan District. There's Alvin Bragg, district attorney, told reporters, and that's just a couple minutes ago, that his team had presented a strong case against Trump, including more than 30 witnesses or 30 witness testimonies and documents of evidence. The website that raises money for Trump crashed shortly after the guilty verdict and what was announced. The American people see through this
Hmm.
crooked Joe Biden rigged show trial, the campaign wrote on X. So many Americans were moved to donate to President Trump's campaign that the win red pages went down. Like I said, I think that I think this um, back is going to backfire on the Biden or whoever's controlling Biden stuff. I think it's going to backfire, and it's going to. I bet you his numbers go up overnight if they're not already up.
Yep.
And then that's where I think like whoops, and then all of a sudden, oh, I can't run. Dun 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 dun. Here comes Michael. I mean Michelle. Um, to save the day.
Totally off topic, but he was talking about gold a while ago and backfiring. Did you know that in Antarctica there is a active volcano, Mount Erebus, and daily it spews up about 80 grams, they say, of crystallized gold a day. It's about 6,000, and in a year's time, that's like $2.1 million worth of gold. And supposedly, they say this is the only active volcano in the world that disperses gold out like that in a crystallized form. This is Mount Erebus in Antarctica.
Hmm.
Here's another one. Here, now
Need to
he's
get
a
down there.
convicted felon. Even more reason to vote for him. Yeah. Oh, somebody stole my line. Political prisoner. Joe Biden says Trump is dangerously close to starting a war with Iran. Did he say that? I wouldn't doubt it.
Mm.
Oh, that okay. Never mind. That was in the past.
it was kind of weird but interesting the other day when that happened, when the president or the leader over there went down. I'm
Yeah.
just scrolling through YouTube at the particular moment. It was later in the evening, so it was whatever time it was over there, and it was I guess it was a live feed of his funeral procession.
Did 101 get lost or something?
What happened to him?
I don't know. He wanted a link. I figured he'd be up here by now. It's almost his live's going to start here in a minute.
Oh, he's down 17 different rabbit holes right now. But man,
Oh wow, there's a lot of celebrities here are standing with Trump.
Teflon Don.
Spotted in Long Beach, New York. Oh, F. Joe Biden. Read between the lines on that one. There's big flags out. Yeah, I don't see this going. Yeah, it's not going. There has to be something. Oh, he said that his computer's having a stroke. Okay. Oh, you have no internet. Oh. I was off looking at Twitter, so I wasn't reading chat. I was doing the 101 thing, not looking at chat.
You got a flashlight nearby?
Oh, where is it at?
Flashlight challenge.
I always have my flashlight.
All right, you got an A+, my friend.
I'm just sitting there looking at some of the celebrities posting on Twitter saying they stand with Trump.
You'll see a lot more tomorrow morning.
Yeah, well, this was breaking news this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4:30, 4:45.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People's just getting off work and getting settled. Yeah.
Yeah. They got to chew on it overnight, and then it'll get a lot hotter tomorrow.
That's all you'll hear about.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that.
Yeah.
In the next couple of days. So,
what was your temperature today, Watt, up in your state?
We actually got a little relief. It wasn't too bad. They say it got up to about 85 today.
Wow. We were at 90. We were at 96.
Nice and crispy.
No.
Well, I suppose supporting him, voting. I don't know as far as what they do past that, but
yeah, the day wasn't too bad. 85, sunny, occasional breeze.
Oh man.
I think we got up to 70 today.
Like I said, we went from winter to summer, like poof, no spring.
Yeah. Kind of somewhat average. The mid 80s. We've had a few 90s already.
Yeah, yesterday was our spring. It dropped down to in the 40s.
Once you get below South Carolina, that's how it is. There ain't really much of a winter or a spring.
I think Saturday or Sunday, it's probably going to rain again.
We need some rain.
No, we've had the rain. We've actually got flooded. See that? That's what I'm worried. I'm really worried about that because
I hope not.
It's going to label, MAGA is evil people and this and that. Even if we go out and protest, there'll be the bad element that's going to come out and make it look like it's
Yeah.
Trump supporters are bad. That's what I'm worried about. Because we all know how the J6 thing went, and tomorrow Trump has a press release thing going on, so anything that he says is going to be taken the wrong way or taken advertised as negative, and if somebody does something, it's going to be Trump's fault.
At this point, the way he's polarized, it's kind of danged if you do, danged if you don't. Because if he does say something, it's like, oh, did you? He was inciting it. And then if you don't say anything, they'll say, oh, see, he didn't even say nothing about be peaceful or nothing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
he's got to say it. But if he didn't, I think it would almost be the same reaction. If something happened, you say a spin, you know. But whatever it is, the gag order's removed. I'm not a legal scholar, but if you've already said I'm guilty, I feel like, all right, I can speak on it now.
yeah,
If you feel,
that's what I don't know, because somebody asked that
yeah,
earlier, and I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
enough about it to know.
My common law would think that once you say I'm guilty, then okay, well, I can speak on it now. What else? You've announced that I'm
Yeah,
guilty.
yeah,
Uh, sentencing ain't going to make a difference. I'm going to say
yeah,
what I want to say now.
yeah. And the sentencing was July 11th, wasn't it?
Really? It's a long ways
But
away.
I think
Well,
he
not
has
really, but
30 days to appeal. Yeah, July 11th,
okay.
3 days before the Republican convention.
Oh, that's probably why they did it like that.
Hmm.
Sure. It's all a show.
Timing.
Yep. Timing is everything.
Right after 4th of July, everybody's kind of, in an upswing in a way. And then, I don't know. I think psychologically along that aspects, hmm.
Oh boy.
So regardless if he appeals or not, that it'll go down the 11th unless they change it or postpone it.
Yeah. Political temperature in America has reached a boiling point following the controversial guilty verdict in the sham trial of President Donald Trump. President Donald Trump was found guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records in connection with the hush money payments made to adult porn star Stormy Daniels. You know how much hush money is in Washington that goes by
Oh,
every day. It's like
yep.
I it happens all the time. Yeah, that's what I
Whatever.
thought it
See,
was, because I
legally,
think they wanted um
They want to file at the appellate level real quick. That's
yeah,
why.
yeah.
yeah. He's got people set up to do immediate files, injunctions on that type of stuff. I'd imagine
Oh yeah. They
they already had the paperwork drawn up just in case.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they have one big lawyer, but then they have probably 200 other ones in the background doing stuff. And it's the same way on,
Yeah.
the other side too.
They pay these guys millions of dollars a year, regardless if they ever have to go to trial or not. They're just on constant retainer.
Mhm.
You have to when you've got that much cash and interaction and influence.
Yeah, RT news thing is keeping up pretty good with the updates, live updates. 13.
Huh.
Oh,
34
that was the last
counts.
one. Yeah, and this is actually in Russia too. So it's a
Huh.
Russian news website. And believe it or
Okay.
not, I get
You get more truth out of that than you do the sites here.
I
yep.
think I seen that channel the other day. Are they pretty
Um,
good?
I mean, there are some things that's more for
One way.
Russia because it's
Yeah.
Russian news, but
Oh yeah.
you actually get um, better news than a lot of news that United States doesn't put out because somebody hushes it.
Gotcha.
um, when my son was in Syria, and that's when we were actually fighting over there, United States, and he was stationed at Special Forces base. It was a secret one, and I was always watching the news because wanting to find out anything about what was going on over there, and nothing was ever in the news, and I couldn't understand why. And I searched all over trying to find out information about this, and finally, uh, a mother of somebody that was stationed over there told me um, where to go, and it was actually Israel News would actually, you know, say what was going on. And like there was an ambush, a couple U.S. soldiers were wounded or something. It was probably not the best thing for me to watch because as soon as I'd hear something, I would I would message my son and ask him if he's okay and everything. And sometimes I'd get replies back, but sometimes I had to wait maybe 4 or 5 days before um, I actually heard anything. And that oh that's the horrible part is not knowing anything because I can't trust that you know our government's going to say anything about it. And um, they were under drone attacks all the time, even though you know Syria's drones were which they got from Iran were horrible. They thankfully they were junk because I think the closest one that um, that came to them was like 300 or 400 meters away, which they got shot down. There were some that they were all on alert, and when they go on alert, their internet is cut off. Every signal is cut off, and they have to go up in the towers and whatnot. And usually it's off for 3 or 4 days. But one of the big attacks that they had, they were waiting for these drones to come in, and they never did seeing them. They were like 200 miles away. That's how bad their drones were. Let me see if he's going live yet. Oh, he's still having computer troubles. I figure we stay up here until he gets it going. But like I said, that Israel news, it covered everything, and it didn't, didn't it wasn't they weren't picking sides. And I
Just
thought,
gives you the facts. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It's tough to get good news, especially when it's less facts and more just them telling you how they feel about it.
yeah, that's the way that's the way news used to be. It used to
Yeah.
be if you stretched a white lie or wasn't 100% on the spot, you were gone and nobody would hire you. If you wrote a story that wasn't all the way 100%, you were gone. You didn't have a job at a newspaper or anything like that.
Remember when was it? I forget what year it was. It seemed like it's been a while now. The reporter Brian Williams
Sounds
he used to
familiar.
do he used to do like the evening nightly news. I forget the whole circumstance, but I think he told a story about he was in combat or he was reporting and he was getting
Oh,
fired on or something happened and
Iraq.
he lied
Yeah,
about it or something.
yeah,
And
Yeah, he got suspended. No,
yeah,
he got moved to a different show.
uh,
yeah. He got booted.
made me think of that.
Let me see if there are any updates yet. Oh, here's something.
What you got?
I'm okay. I'll go ahead and play it. Um, let me see if I can open it up. There we go. And evidently he is out. So that's the right one. Let me go ahead and. Well, you ain't gonna get a good view of it, but of course, it's gotta be a U-Haul truck going by.
Yeah,
Now we need a bus. I don't know. Is that Trump Tower area right there?
I don't know if that or maybe the
Okay.
courthouse, maybe.
Oh, yeah, there it is, Trump Tower.
Okay, I've seen it. Yeah, right at the
Yeah,
end.
that's right now. That just popped up 2 minutes ago. And so he comes out of Trump Towers, waves to the crowd, and goes back in. uh,
I'd be getting me something good to eat after a day like that.
That's what the news said because I saw Bragg live with all his BS spewing to
yeah,
the
that's
press,
what I
and
said earlier.
one of the one of the legal minds, I guess it was on Fox, said that Trump didn't look upset. He looked like he wanted to go out for dinner. He's just like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, you know him. He's always been cool headed.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the difference. How many times have you seen Potato Head get upset? Come on, I do 10,000 push-ups. I can take you.
He went after a guy in a hard hat on the
Yeah,
campaign trail. Got in his
yeah.
face.
Yeah, I remember
He said,
that. Yeah.
don't raise your hand to me, dude. I'm like,
I was
wow.
laughing so much. Uh, I mean, you would have to just let him box you, I guess.
Oh,
But he was
man.
like, oh, that hurts so much. Because if
Be
you
like, oh,
touched him, you would be in jail for the rest of your life. Yep. Oh yeah. That's
yeah,
why he said he already knew. He already knew he was going to be found guilty. He's already on the. He's still on the campaign trail.
be like fighting the boxing matches, man.
Yeah.
At least the boxing matches got a little spark.
Let's see.
Yeah. That's what I would like to go to New York for, to try some different foods, good stuff. I know they got it.
Here, let's go ahead and play her. I'm sure. Well, I better not, because she sometimes gets carried away. I was going to play her video, Defender of the Republic. Well, she's been following it pretty closely too. I was talking to her the other
Yeah,
day, and yeah, she even said it. Yeah, he's going to be guilty. That's just the way, you know. I mean, if he wasn't guilty, or if he wasn't found guilty, then they would have said that he
Bought
paid
someone
people
off.
off, or something like that.
yeah.
It almost had to come out this way. Let's see if. Yeah, we may actually be going a little bit later, since 101 can't get his computer running.
I saw that money and power they had to divert to create that Detroit sign. It's pulling too many G's away from the city. Say, man,
That's where they got all the RAM. They stole it from his computer to run the lights.
yeah. Half of it was
Having
just spent
computer
making sure they
problem.
didn't spell it
We'll
wrong.
be on in a second.
That's like, I was going somewhere the other day, and it was, I don't know, about 6 months ago, they turned this intersection into a roundabout, which I'm thinking, okay, didn't make much sense. Made it worse, actually. But then I went through there yesterday, and they've got these weird looking little statues. I mean, I guess they're cool, but I don't know the meaning behind them or what they're supposed to symbolize. They just look weird.
Now, um, that would probably be a good benefit for Biden to do something like that. Believe it or not.
Oh yeah, he definitely would use it to his advantage, or whoever's behind this whole ordeal.
Don't say the aliens. They might come out.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Um, that's a good possibility there. I mean, it's happened before.
Okay, yeah, I get it now.
Yeah. And I think, and that's the thing is, with the polls, half the polls are phony in the first place. But if you find one that's pretty accurate, it's going to show Trump skyrocketing. I mean, there's going to be people out there that really think that that was up and up trial and everything. Those are the people I really feel bad about. Sorry for that. The news tells the truth. Media is 100% truth, and everything that the government says is to make the country better. And those are the people that I feel really bad for. Because when you go out and you ask somebody that is a Biden supporter, and you ask them, what has he done except for make you hungry all the time? And well, he brought us together, which is false. And everything they say, you can give them a point that says that's not true, and yet you can prove it to them over and over again, and they're stuck in their ways. That's why I don't like to call myself a Democrat or Republican. I just go for the best person I think will do the right job, which happens to be Trump.
Well, there was a time they said, I don't know, it's probably like July 4th, 2 years ago, they said we saved 4 cents on a hot dog. Remember that? So, well, I have no fear. The American taxpayers will save 4 cents on a hot dog this 4th of July. How do you not think this is gracious?
And hot dog sales went up.
Yeah. I said, well, save a 4 cent a pop, baby. I'm getting the case. Tried to cancel hot dogs. It didn't work.
Somebody said that no, you can't. No, you can't.
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
when something like that takes into effect.
you can't vote at being a felon.
What if he's already did New York have an early voting already?
I don't know. Oh, there it is. Well, I'm going to mute him real quick before he starts.
Yeah, you gotta see who this guy is. Who is
I'm
it?
going to go ahead and send you guys over. We'll be heading over there. 101 has some stuff he's found on the board, so we'll have to go check it out. Thank you everybody for hanging out, and all I can say is just keep calm. Don't get too upset or anything, because I mean you
Definitely.
can see Trump. I mean, be like Trump. He's not upset or anything. He's out there smiling, waving hi to his fans and whatnot. I wouldn't go out and try to do anything too serious. But let's head on over there. I'll catch you guys probably tomorrow.